Maybe you've been asking yourself, why is it taking so long for the police here in Tucson to find a suspect in the Nancy Guthrie case? Okay, what we're doing here is we've turned off the well-traveled road. We started at my church, which is Good News Community Church, and that's at 701 Glen Street. And this is the Catalina foothills. Not very far. It takes about 10 minutes to get from my church. And as you will see, from the starting point to get to Nancy's house is very tricky. It's a winding road, hills and valleys, up and down. I got lost at one point, and so it would be very difficult to find her house if you didn't know where you were, if you didn't intend to get there. Of course, I have a GPS. I knew where even I with the GPS got tripped up. So, and I'm not saying that they didn't use the GPS. I'm sure whoever did, probably. Or they were familiar with the house. But as you can see, this is a remote area. This is off the well-beaten track. Those ring cameras are not going to be able to pick up anything along this. And not only that, it's not gated. There's not a lot going on out here. It's just desert, and these houses are spaced very, very wide apart. So you can just watch the rest as we go, and you can see that I'm going to get tripped up here. Even with the GPS, I'm going to get tripped up here, get lost, have to turn around, and then we'll go down the street where all the media is and the police officers are. It's a very narrow stretch of road, no cameras anywhere. There just was not much security out here. And then we can see after I leave the area, gosh, you could get lost easily. You could just, this is going to be a tough case. And when I say get lost, what I mean is it's easy to vanish, because once you get out of the general area of the Catalina foothills where Nancy Guthrie's house is, it's easy to just vanish. The issue is that there's not a lot of exit points, and you can't see them very well, especially if it's dark. It's hard to know how to get out. And I'm doing this during the daytime. It was a struggle for me. I had a GPS, of course. I didn't use my phone. Clearly, I was using my phone for something else. But it was still, if I didn't have my GPS, I would have struggled to figure out how to get out of this vicinity. So what this tells me is that this person was familiar with this area. And you can just watch this and discern for yourself. And soon we're going to be going down. You'll see me get tripped up. I get lost. I go down the wrong path, and because it's a lot of windy, a lot of turning, so on and so forth. And then when you get down to her street, it's a very narrow road. And the other thing for people to realize is that these are not well lit roads here in Tucson. If you go down at night, you're not going to see much of anything but the stars. And we do that intentionally because we have, we do something with the solar system. We're trying to keep the sky clear, so we don't have very much, if any, lights at night. So anyway, This is what's going on. This is why they don't have any suspects, because it's so remote. But from what I can ascertain, it does appear that whoever did this had to be familiar with this area, because the GPS it's just not going to cut it. Even if you have a GPS, it still would be really dark and tricky to get through this area.
Alright, it's coming up here. It should be on the... I don't know. I think... Am I supposed to turn it? I think so. Yeah, I think there was. I'll turn around here.
Get tripped up, and I have to turn around.
I don't know this one.
There's some lady might drop my phone. Some lady was like, "What's going on?" She was looking at me kind of funny because I got a little lost, but you'll see I recover quite quickly. And then in a few minutes, we will be, excuse me, we'll be reaching the road.
I don't see that that's good.
Where you'll see all the.
Oh, good gosh! Look at all that.
Here we go.
That's crazy. Alright, we're just gonna pull over like right here because I want to drive straight through and then go home from here. Alright, we're just gonna drive straight through and head home from here. I got some people from Tucson. They're gonna have to pull over and let me go.
Because it was so crowded, congested, there were some cops. I had to pull my phone down right here. But I was not able to get a picture. I think it's right around here where Nancy Guthrie's house is, over off to the left. I was not able to get a shot of that. I just wanted people to see the general area, what's going on today. And this is February 8th. Okay, and this was taken at around, say, 12:31. I didn't see anything going on. There's just people hanging out.
So that's what's going on. I'm kind of an unsuspecting person, so nobody gave me any trouble for driving down the street, but it was very congested, very narrow and hilly, curvy. You kind of have to know where you're going to get to her house. It's not like it would be easy to find. There are those beautiful mountains, the Catalina Mountains. It's so gorgeous out here. Look at those mountains. Tucson really has some beautiful views. So we are exactly 12 minutes away from where I live, from where Nancy Guthrie was abducted.
So once you get out of the Catalina foothills community where Nancy Guthrie lives, then this is the main road. This is Ina Road. This goes straight to my house. It also, coincidentally, we will be passing on the left. There will be a Safeway, and that is unfortunately the site where Gabby Giffords was shot. So a lot of trauma happening in this general vicinity. But once you get to Ina, you can easily just vanish. So I don't know. All right, thanks for watching. If you want to see some more coverage of this incident, like and subscribe.